Mark Consuelos has always been admired for his charisma, quiet strength, and the effortless charm that carried him from soap opera stardom into the hearts of millions. Alongside him, Kelly Ripa built one of the most recognizable brands in American daytime television. Together, they weren't just a couple, they were a symbol of partnership, family, and longevity in an industry where love stories rarely last. But in a turn of events that left fans stunned, the storybook marriage of Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa came to an end. And while the announcement itself made headlines across the world, it was what happened next that truly captured the public's attention. Mark's first appearance in public, walking alone, navigating life without the woman who had been his partner for nearly 3 decades. This wasn't just a celebrity sighting. It was a moment filled with meaning, symbolism, and quiet resilience. The first step into the spotlight alone. For Kelly Ripa, stepping out alone was always accompanied by flashing cameras and media speculation, but this time all eyes weren't on her, they were on Mark. Dressed in a simple but polished outfit, Mark walked with a calm demeanor, carrying himself with the same quiet confidence fans had admired for years. But beneath that composure, observers noticed something else: reserved, almost contemplative energy. Was it grief, strength, or perhaps a mixture of both? This was no ordinary outing. For Mark, this was a test, a first step under the relentless gaze of millions who had grown invested in the Ripa-Consuelos love story. And while the world wanted answers, Mark gave none, just a presence that spoke louder than words. A love story that defined a generation. For so long, Mark and Kelly represented something rare in Hollywood: endurance. They met in the mid-1990s, fell in love quickly, and married in a quiet Las Vegas ceremony, a stark contrast to the glittering, over-the-top weddings of other celebrity couples. Through Kelly's meteoric rise on Live and Mark's successful career in television and film, they maintained an image of unity and devotion. They raised 3 children, supported each other's projects, and built a brand that wasn't just about fame, it was about family. For many in their 60s today, Mark and Kelly weren't just entertainers. They were an example of what it meant to balance work, marriage, and parenthood while under constant public scrutiny. Their split, therefore, wasn't just gossip. It felt like a deeply personal loss for the fans who had been following them for decades. The shock of the announcement. When the news of their separation broke, the reaction was immediate and emotional. Social media flooded with messages of disbelief and heartbreak. For years, viewers had watched Kelly gush about Mark on air, sharing little glimpses of their life together. Their playful banter, public devotion, and visible affection painted the picture of a love that was unshakable. But when that picture cracked, the world felt it. Fans asked, if Mark and Kelly couldn't make it, who could? But perhaps the lesson lies not in the ending, but in how one chooses to move forward after such an ending. And that's where Mark's story becomes extraordinary. Mark's quiet strength. Mark's first appearance after the split wasn't defined by words, interviews, or dramatic gestures. Instead, it was marked by simplicity, an understated strength. The world expected devastation. Instead, they saw composure. The cameras captured not a man broken, but a man rebuilding. He didn't hide from the world, nor did he lean into theatrics. Instead, he showed that resilience doesn't always look like loud declarations. It can be silent, steady, and dignified. One fan wrote online, "Mark Consuelos is showing us what it means to walk through heartbreak with grace. He's not hiding, he's not performing, he's just being him." Another added, "Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is simply keep moving." That's what Mark is teaching us right now. The contrast with Kelly. While Mark walked alone, Kelly's response was different. She returned to her show, smiling for cameras, leaning into her work. Her public appearances were polished, professional, and in many ways defiant. She carried herself with the resilience she's always been known for, energetic, vibrant, determined to prove that life must go on. This contrast between Mark's quiet composure and Kelly's energetic resilience only deepened the intrigue. Two people, once united in everything, now charting separate paths in how they handled heartbreak. For years, Mark had often been described in the context of Kelly, her husband, her partner, the man who made guest appearances alongside her. But now, for the first time in decades, he stood alone in the public eye. And in that solitude lay something powerful, the opportunity to redefine himself. Mark's career from All My Children to Riverdale has always shown his range as an actor. But this chapter isn't about roles or scripts, it's about authenticity. It's about showing the world who he is beyond the marriage that wants to find him. Insiders close to the couple suggest that Mark is focusing on his children, his personal growth, and his work. He's keeping his circle small, prioritizing family and stability over the whirlwind of Hollywood. A symbol of resilience for fans. For fans in their 60s, many of whom have lived through marriages, divorces, and personal reinventions, Mark's journey resonates deeply. It's a reminder that even the strongest love stories can shift, and that life after loss, whether through divorce, death, or separation, can still hold dignity and meaning. Mark Consuelos is showing that heartbreak does not have to break you. It can shape you. The bigger picture. The end of Mark and Kelly's marriage isn't just about two celebrities. It's about the universal story of love, change, and resilience. Their split challenges the notion of perfect couples and reminds us that no relationship is immune to struggle. But it also reminds us that endings can be beginnings. Mark's solo outing wasn't just a walk down the street, it was a symbol, a declaration that while his marriage may have ended, his story has not. What we saw in Mark Consuelos that day wasn't sadness and it wasn't defiance. It was something far more meaningful. The quiet resilience of a man stepping into a new chapter of his life. He didn't need to speak to the cameras. His composure said it all. He is not broken. He is rebuilding. And for the millions watching, it was a powerful reminder that even in heartbreak, there is grace. What do you think of Mark Consuelos' first public appearance since the split? Was his calm strength the sign of healing, or do you think it was a mask for deeper pain? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be the first to know when we bring you the latest updates on your favorite stars. This is just the beginning of Mark Consuelos' new chapter, and you can be sure we'll keep you updated every step of the way.